Hello Year 9, Mr. Ward here. As you can see by the title, we are going to be taking a look at the Gcse photography course. Now, in these next few slides, we'll be looking at the grading system, how your work is divided between coursework in the examination, techniques that we'll be using, and themes. So photography is a great companion to all other subjects, as creativity, imagination and problem-solving skills can give you great ideas for your other subjects. Now at Gcse, you develop a firm understanding of photographic techniques, subject-specific vocabulary and how to build a coursework portfolio, which will do you in good stead to move on to your A-levels and college courses. Now, what qualification will be gained from studying Gcse photography? Well, it is an art and design course. Students have the opportunity to work with digital photography and a range of mixed media. It is also worth noting that we do look at film format. We do have a small darkroom at Welling School, so you will learn how to create darkroom experiments such as photograms, chemicalgrams, and how to develop images from black and white film. Each student will produce a portfolio of work for their coursework. This might be a digital portfolio or a sketchbook portfolio. This work will include recording of images for their coursework. This will include recording of images, an opportunity to look at a range of artists and photographers, and then the digital development of these ideas. This is a course which will guarantee students a good grade if they work hard, are well organised, fulfil the course requirements, and most importantly, are creative. This course covers a wide range of photography and art appreciation, with emphasis on practical skills to encourage A, the skills of composition and visual expression, B, an understanding of a wide range of media, including photography, mixed media and computer graphics, and C, an appreciation and understanding of the work of artists and photographers, groups and movements, past and present. We have some nice examples here. This is from a topic or a theme we looked at called urban decay. And here we have a student sat and then his work's been developed on the computer. So grade arrangements, how the course is broken up between coursework and the examination. A final grade is reached through a combination of coursework, which is worth 60% of your GCSE mark, which provides evidence of attainment, and examination, which is 40%, in which candidates are required to produce a final piece of work over a period of 10 hours. So that will take place across 2 days towards the end of the year, and it will be a 5-hour examination on both days. And that is when you produce your final resolution, your final pieces for your projects. All students must have a sketchbook for each project, whether that be digital or in a sketchbook traditional format. Regular homework is set and assessed. This is evidence of further study. It is important as part of the course and supports the work completed in class. Now, homework is important to complete. If there's a need, if you don't possibly have a mobile phone that you could use to take pictures at home, there is always the opportunity for us to borrow you a camera, lend you a camera, and we can sign that out for you to take home to complete the work. But it is very important. You will be taking pictures around a theme that is given in class, such as found objects. It might be that you're asked to go and take pictures of found objects in and around your area. You could do it on the way home from school. You could go out at the weekend when you go shopping to complete the homework and gradually build up those images over a couple of days. It might be that we've asked you to take pictures of portraits, so it might be friends or family that we ask you to take photographs of, or even yourself. So knowing that there will be homework set every single week to be completed is a very important part of this course. So key skills. These are some of the things we expect you to be able to do when you apply for this course. So you need to be able to work independently. Now, this is something that obviously we will build upon. It's not something that happens straight away, but there is an aspect of being able to get on and work independently, both in lesson and at home. You need to have some level of good literacy skills. Again, it's really important. We do have to write about the photographers and artists that we look at. Of course, myself and other members of staff are on hand to help you with that, but just be aware there is an expectation that you will have to write, discuss and analyse your own work and the work of others. Ability to work outside of school, so taking pictures around a chosen theme at home, I've just mentioned that. You need to be motivated and committed to the subject. You know, we want to have students on the course that have chosen photography because they think it's really interesting, because they love it, that it's a passion, or that it's something they've always wanted to do. And of course, the last one, passionate about the subject. You know, that is very, very important. I will say most people have 500 plus pictures on their camera phones or on their phones. So even though a lot of people don't consider themselves photographers, people are already out there taking pictures. So on this course, it's really about fine-tuning those skills, techniques, learning subject-specific vocabulary, as well as the tools and techniques to go on and produce beautiful pieces of work. So curriculum coverage, what will we be looking at? I've highlighted some in bullet points here for us to just quickly go through. So we cover a wide range of topics and photographic techniques during the 2-year course. So 10 and 11. The minute that you start, the first day in year 10, the work you produce from that moment goes towards your GCSE. That is the coursework element of the GCSE course. We will be looking at digital and film format. So we predominantly use digital cameras, but we will look at film format as well. And as I mentioned before, looking at how to use the darkroom, because they're important tools to use and to know, and also you can incorporate that into your project. We look at how we use Photoshop and functions of a camera. So looking at depth of field, how to not just use manual, but use the camera functions as a whole. Along with the following themes: concealment, depth of field, as I've just said, collage and joiners, shape, form, line, found objects, still life, and light. Now, they are just a few of the themes that we look at that you build projects around. For instance, concealment might be given as a theme or a topic for your work, and you start off with the definition of the word. What does concealment mean? You're given 3 or 4 photographers and artists to look at. You go away and research those, create beautiful research pages. Then you start to develop your own ideas and experiments by taking pictures using the photographers given within the theme concealment as inspiration. And that's how we start the project and get it going, and then it really becomes your own work, inspired by the work of others. So after GCSEs, students may study A-level, art and design, photography, or textiles, with some starting a foundation course, which then leads on to degree level study. So myself, I did GCSE art and design. I then went on to study photography and art at A-level. I then went on to study an art foundation course at college, which then led me on to university, where I did fashion styling and photography. So it's very interchangeable, photography, in terms of you've got art and design, photography, textiles and graphics. If you succeed well, which I'm sure most of you will if you work hard, you can go on to do your A-levels, then college or university. So career pathways. Now, I hear this a lot of the time. What can we do with photography? I mentioned at the start of the PowerPoint about how you've got to be creative in life. It doesn't matter what job you have, you need to be able to think creatively, conceptually, and be able to problem solve. And these are 3 key skill areas that you will develop and use whilst on the GCSE photography course. As you can see here, we have a list. I'll just quickly go through a couple. Photographer, of course, you could be a photographer of a magazine, a newspaper. You could be a wedding photographer, an events photographer, a nightclub photographer. Lots of different things there. Picture researcher, visual merchandiser for working at a store such as Urban Outfitters or Tommy Hilfiger. Theatre lighting technician, film director, television film makeup artist, special effects. I know I have a lot of students that go on to study special effects makeup and fashion makeup at college and university after studying photography at Gcse. Be a teacher, like me. Art gallery manager, web designer. There's a lot of money in web design and graphic design moving forward into the future. It's all computer based with companies advertising themselves through websites and e-commerce. Advertising art director, fashion photographer. For those of you who want to get into fashion, you live on the doorstep of one of the most creative cities packed with creative industries in the world. London is, less than 10 miles away? All of these opportunities are on your doorstep. And that's really important thinking going forward. Where can I get work experience? What sort of company can I work for? What else is on here? I'll mention a couple of others. Magazine features editor, press photographer, illustrator, television camera operator, and web designer. As I mentioned before, web designer, website designer, anything to do with computers at the minute. There's a huge call for that in the industry. Just to finish with, a bit of student feedback. So I asked my Year 11s, do you have any comments about the course? And this is a couple that they gave me. The course helps you develop your photographic techniques and gives you a clear understanding of working in the industry. You have to be confident in taking pictures outside of school. I love being able to explore themes that look at your present surroundings. Now, this is a fantastic course with some extremely intelligent teachers, and I think you really will enjoy it. But as I said at the start, it's about working hard and being passionate for the subject. To get the most out of the course, you have to work hard. And of course, myself and other members of staff are there to support you, guide you, and get you the best grades possible for the GCSE photography course. Now, I hope that answered all of your questions. If you do happen to have any others, then please feel free to contact myself or any other member of the art department through email, and we'll be happy to answer. Thank you very much, Year 9, and I will speak to you soon. All the best.